ever wondered why you can't stop watching that latest K-drama? You know the feeling. That mix of romance, fantasy, and heart-wrenching fate that just pulls you in and won't let go. You might think it's just brilliant screenwriting or amazing acting, and you're right. But there's a much deeper, more ancient secret behind the magic. The truth is, the very soul of your favorite K-dramas is powered by thousands of years of Korean mythology. That immortal, lonely goblin searching for his bride, the captivating nine-tailed fox risking everything for a forbidden love, or that glamorous, ghostly hotelier guiding spirits to the afterlife, these aren't just random, fantastical ideas. They are modern retellings of legends that have been whispered in Korea for centuries. These myths are the invisible threads weaving together the plots and characters we adore, giving them a profound depth that feels both strangely familiar and wonderfully new. It's like feeling a connection to a story you've never heard, but your heart somehow recognizes. Goblin, the lonely and great god. The Dokaibi, or goblin, isn't just some monster. In Korean folklore, Dokaibi are complex, often mischievous beings, neither purely good nor evil. They can bring fortune or play tricks, and they're known for their immense power and often a lonely existence. Kim Shin, our beloved goblin, perfectly embodies this. He's cursed with immortality, living a life of endless wealth and power, but also unbearable solitude and pain. His story isn't just a fantasy romance, it's a modern exploration of an ancient archetype. The drama brilliantly captures the dual nature of the Donkaibi, a godlike being burdened by very human emotions. The curse, the search for a human bride to end his suffering, it all taps into folkloric ideas of fate, punishment, and the longing for release. This is why his story feels so epic and emotionally resonant. We're not just watching a character, we're witnessing a myth come to life. And what about the Gumiho, the nine-tailed fox? We've seen this figure in dramas like Tale of the Nine-Tailed and My Girlfriend is a Gumiho. In Korean legends, the Gumiho is a fox that has lived for 1,000 years and grown 9 tails, giving it immense power and the ability to shapeshift, usually into a beautiful woman. Historically, the Gumiho was often a fearsome figure who preyed on humans. But K-dramas have done something fascinating. They've transformed this creature of fear into a figure of tragic romance. The modern Gumiho is often a being who desperately wants to become human, usually driven by a deep, unwavering love. This creates an incredible tension. Can a mythical being find happiness in the human world? Can love truly conquer the boundaries between species, between worlds? This reinterpretation adds layers of yearning and sacrifice to the story, turning a creature of horror into a protagonist we root for. It's a beautiful example of how K-dramas aren't just retelling myths, they're reinventing them for a new generation. Now, let's talk about the mesmerizing world of Hotel del Luna. At its heart is a powerful, cursed female lead, Young Man-wol, who runs a hotel for ghosts. This concept taps directly into a core element of Korean shamanism and folklore, the idea of a bridge between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Figures who can guide or comfort souls are central to these beliefs. One of the most important myths is the story of Princess Bari, or Bari Degi. Abandoned by her parents, she embarks on a perilous journey to the underworld to find the water of life to save them. In doing so, she becomes a goddess who guides the souls of the dead. Can you see the connection? Jung Man-wol, like Princess Bari, is a powerful female figure presiding over the transition between life and death. She's not just a hotel owner, she's a psychopomp, a guide for souls. Her curse and her eventual redemption are a modern-day echo of Princess Bari's journey of sacrifice and ultimate transcendence. Hotel del Luna feels so poignant and profound because it's built on this ancient spiritual foundation of life, death, and the figures who walk between them. One of the most compelling things about Korean mythology is its moral complexity. Unlike many Western stories with clear-cut heroes and villains, Korean legends are filled with characters who live in the gray areas. Gods can be petty, ghosts can be helpful, and humans can be monstrous. There isn't always a simple distinction between good and evil. This is why K-drama characters feel so real and three-dimensional. They are rarely just one thing. They struggle with fate versus free will, duty versus desire, and punishment versus redemption. Think of the sorcerer Jeon Woo-chi, a trickster hero who uses his powers to challenge corrupt officials. Is he a hero or a troublemaker? The answer is both. This ambiguity is what makes these stories so captivating. Our favorite K-drama protagonists and antagonists are often flawed, conflicted, and forced to make impossible choices. This reflects the mythological worldview that life is complex and people are a mixture of light and shadow, constantly navigating their own destinies. What's truly brilliant is how these ancient motifs don't feel old or dusty. They are seamlessly woven into modern genres. A thriller might use the concept of a vengeful ghost or a guism to explore themes of unresolved justice. A historical drama might feature a shamaness or mudang whose visions drive the plot. Even a straightforward romantic comedy might have subtle nods to fated connections and reincarnation, ideas deeply rooted in Buddhist and folkloric traditions. The lonely, immortal goblin becomes a template for the brooding, powerful CEO in a modern romance. The soul-guiding shamaness evolves into the strong, empathetic female lead who helps heal the emotional wounds of those around her. K-dramas don't just copy-paste these myths. They deconstruct them, take their emotional core, and rebuild them into fresh, culturally relevant stories that speak to our contemporary lives. They feel new, yet carry the weight and wisdom of ages. So, the emotional impact you feel when a character fulfills a centuries-old prophecy, or when two lovers separated by lifetimes finally reunite. That's no accident. You're feeling the resonance of these ancient tales, the echoes of myths that have shaped Korean culture for millennia. These stories tap into universal human experiences: love, loss, sacrifice, the search for meaning, and the hope for redemption. The mythological framework gives these themes an epic scale, elevating a simple love story into a timeless saga. It's the secret ingredient, the invisible magic that gives K-dramas their unique and powerful appeal. Next time you're binge-watching your favorite show and find yourself completely captivated, take a moment to listen closely. Behind the stunning visuals, the heart-fluttering romance, and the dramatic plot twists, you might just hear the whispers of the old gods, the ancient foxes, and the wandering spirits. You'll realize that you're not just watching a TV show, you're participating in a living, breathing tradition of storytelling that's as old as the mountains and as fresh as today. And that, right there, is the true magic of K-drama. Thank you so much for watching and exploring this magical world with me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content about the stories we love. Let me know in the comments which mythological K-drama is your favorite. See you in the next video.